I mean, regardless, I'd have a minimum of like a year and a half to get married.
Yeah,
Like, if you know, you know, yeah, but like also you don't really know someone unless until you live with them. Like,
I agree. I mean, because that's like a big thing too. Like Alex says, like, oh, you're not supposed to live with someone before, and it's like, I think that's just a dumb thing. Like, you should live with the person. You should be intimate with the person, because if you're not, then like, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if
right.
you don't get along when you live together? Or you guys just don't mesh physically and it's just like uncomfortable and awkward, stuff like that. Then like,
Excellent.
I don't know, that would just be ass and probably not be good.
Guess folks will live anywhere.
Yeah, like I, I really just like it's the most basic stuff too. Like, yeah, you can love someone, but like, let's say they just are a slob, and like that's your biggest pet peeve is, you know, you want
Oh yeah,
stuff
no,
to be clean.
exactly. No,
Like,
I
how would you know that
100%
before?
agree. I think it is ridiculous to be like, oh, and just like ignore that stuff. Like you have to think about it.
But if you know, you know.
I get allegedly yes, but like, what's just a bad idea?
It's like 50% of all marriages in the US end in divorce. Like,
Yeah. Now
you're
I
you're
would be
playing against the odds, bro.
yeah, although I'd be curious to see like going into it because like I'd be curious. A couple of those people I know that are getting married and everything are very, very religious. So I'd be curious to see the amount of religious people that get divorced
True.
that are like super religious.
Or at least religious
Or
people
like,
that are
are they?
happy with their marriage.
Yeah, that was a headshot. Let's go.
What are you playing?
Some Mountain Blade. Some
Oh,
fucking looter
nice.
ran up to me, fucking hit him. Oh, that's two headshots. Let's go. And they're
Did
now running away.
did Alec and Massimo tell you about their Roblox thing?
They have not. No, let's hear it.
So Massimo convinced Alec to like get interested in coding a Roblox game, and uh, that Alec's idea was to make Mountain Blade, but
What?
in
In
Roblox.
Roblox.
Be.
Yeah,
I fear nothing.
Why not just like play Mountain Blade instead? Is my wonder.
because like Roblox is like that free marketing platform essentially for
I need not be afraid.
For coders.
Roblox games earn a lot of money.
Really? Hmm. I suppose. I mean, then go for it.
Yeah, that was really the main reason Alec got into it, is because he saw how much they actually earn.
Yeah. Did not know that that was a thing to really make that much money on. But I mean, yeah, if that's the case, then go for it.
It was just interesting, like the idea of Mountain Blade to doing it. I think it like could work, but like I don't really see children like playing that sort of game. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I mean, like if I would have tried to play this game a while ago, I do not think it would have. I don't think I would have lasted very long at playing it, or just been not good. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, I've been the past couple of runs I've done have been very just very chill and like not necessarily like pacifist, but I haven't been super aggressive
Uh
or
huh.
anything like that. And I was just kind of sitting there next to this one thing, and like I had like created a bunch of attachments or like
What the
kind
heck?
of like a relationship with like one of the weaker
Uh huh.
kind of factions, and so like I couldn't really break my like thing with the faction because like all of my trading was wrapped in through them and everything in one of their cities. So like if I went to war with them, then but that was like the only way I could expand. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm like kind of just stuck here. So I was like, what, fuck it, we're creating a new build, and I'm just not gonna put money into anyone, and just basically be aggressive and just like challenge everybody basically, and see how well that goes or how well I can sustain that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even break a sweat. Not that it's an option. Someone's coming. Find the heretic. You cannot hide. What's that? Search. Find them. Yeah, whatever it was, it's gone now. I don't think we're alone.
Would you say Mountain Blade's your favorite game?
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Oof, it might be. I have. Oof, I think there's a good shot that it is. I think like that. I mean, there's obviously some of the classics and everything, like Minecraft and Skyrim. That in terms of just like being a complete game, like it's probably like Skyrim and Minecraft are probably better games
Mm-hmm.
than Mountain Blade. Is just like as a whole, but like in terms of my enjoyment, I think probably Mountain Blade and Valheim have been the two that like I've been all in on, and just like those are the two games that I really play now, and everything on my PC.
Yeah, I'd get back into Valheim, but I really, really want to finish Fallout 4.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and I mean honestly, I've just been busy like constantly with school. Oh, that's I'm not pl- I have not been playing nearly as much video games the past like month. I feel like than I was like all last semester or the first.
Yeah. I agree.
I just had
even
like
freshman and sophomore year, I played like so much more.
yeah, no, for sure. Well, I mean, we literally would just like pull all nighters playing Civ 4.
Yeah, exactly. Could not do that now.
Oh, my body would just deteriorate. I pulled an all-nighter the other night because my entire apartment complex was just going crazy on Friday, and I had to work at 7. So like eventually it just got so late that it was like 4, and people were starting to quiet down. It was like I am just up. I might as well stay up. There's no way I'm waking up in 2 hours, and like
You're
that
just like
was
partying.
brutal. Oh yeah, there were people outside fucking wrestling, and like people put $600. Like there was $600 on 2 people fucking wrestling, which like just seems absurdly stupid to me.
Drunk
Like
people,
you'd put
bro.
yeah, and like they were all Twisted Tea guys, which made it even worse. I feel like, but like,
Yeah, that's interesting.
but it was just yeah, it was absurd. It's like all of that shit was fucking going on last night or Friday night, and then I had to work all day, and then I had my cousin's communion as well, or my cousin's daughter, who's 9 or 10. No, she's I think 9. But so the church now just decided that it's your first communion and your confirmation together because of basically just like you're supposed to be confirmed before getting your communion and everything. Like you're supposed to be a part of the church before, and like that's when your confirmation is. So like that's ooh, movement speed or maximum hit points. I think I want to go
I'd
speed.
rather speed, yeah.
Because
When
it's
I was
it
little,
was
oh god.
no, you go.
When I was little, in every game, I tried to be tanky as like possible. It was like my thing. I always went for HP. And now, like as I've gotten older, I'm like way more like give me agility and give me damage. Like perfect example is Skyrim. I was always heavy armor, and now I'm light armor.
See, my Skyrim build. I almost always primarily do the exact same thing: heavy armor, but then I do it archery and two-handed, or like that kind of just route is what I'll do. That like I can get in there and fuck shit up, but it's also fun just to sit back and like I'll basically just sit back and try and pick a couple people off, and then I can run in there and just bully the fuck out of people. But yeah, I mean, Mountain Blade is just like it's literally Skyrim, but just more in depth. I
Yeah,
feel like,
it's like more
or
top
not
down.
necessarily. Yeah, I guess maybe not necessarily more in depth, but just like yeah, there's more shit you can do and expand, like creating an army. Like if Skyrim, you could do that. Oh my god, that would be so fun.
Gotta take off that bar first.
But also, there are obviously only two factions in that, so you can't really do that.
Roger and I, after I finish Fallout 4, we're gonna do a Witcher 3 playthrough. I don't know if you have that game, but
I actually have it on. I think I have it on my PS5 because it's actually. I thought it was free on there, although it might
oh,
have
so you could
been.
play through it with us then, if you're
Yeah,
interested.
I don't remember if it's. I don't remember if it's that there were a ton of games that they had for sale, that are like PS5 or PS4 classics they called them. Like a couple of the Fallout's were on there for free.
Oh yeah,
I was
Roger
able.
said that he got like
Yeah,
Fallout 4 signed.
I was able to get God of War for free and like just a couple like those really big games on the
Mhm.
PS4. So I might have Witcher 3 on there
Well, if you
actually.
have it, you should play through with us.
I actually have never played the Witcher game, so I would
Me neither.
not be opposed to. Yeah, and like I mean like I like the show. Like I think it's such an interesting universe and everything that like I'm definitely like interested in it.
I
Which
see.
I do know they actually just wrapped up.
Someone's coming.
They wrapped up filming for season 2 of that show.
That's cool. Yeah, I've not seen the show, but
It it
yeah,
it's pretty
I've
good.
heard good things.
Yeah, I mean I don't think it's amazing necessarily by any means, but like for a video game slash book adaptation, I think it does a good job. I mean
Hmm.
Henry Cavill's a good Witcher, so
Is that how
like
you
there's
pronounce
just
it?
that.
I've always
I don't
said
know, I've heard
Cavill.
I've heard Cavill. That's what I've known, like, but I've heard a bunch of people say Cavill, so like I just kind of say both. Like it's just kind of like I don't know. At times they'll say Cavill, at times they'll say Cavill, and it's just like yeah, same dude.
I uh, I have all the Witcher games. I haven't played a minute of any of them.
Oh really? Yeah. Just through Steam, I assume, or like you've collected them throughout the years, or
Yeah, it was throughout the year. Well, yeah, I just got them when they were in bundles or on sale.
gotcha.
I mean, Witcher 3, I like many people think it's the best game ever made.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I've heard and everything in terms of yeah, best games. I've heard that it's just like amazing and yeah, one of the best ones. It's like I've definitely been interested in playing it.
So I mean,
But I've just
obviously, you know, I'm a huge Fallout fan, and Witcher 3 came out in 2015, the same year Fallout 4 came out, and I
yeah,
was so hyped for Fallout 4. Like, I waited for that game essentially since I was like 9,
yeah, I
and
just never got around to it.
it just never came out. It became like a meme. Oh, when will they just announce Fallout 5 already or Fallout 4 already? But yeah, they were announced the same year, and I was like pissed because no one liked Fallout for Game of the Year that year. Everyone was picking Witcher
Yeah,
3. So yeah,
I
that's
think Alec just did a playthrough of that recently, didn't he?
he no the freshman year I gave it to him on Steam library sharing. So he
Yeah.
tried it out and he liked it, but he only played like 10 or something hours in it.
Oh, really? I thought he like actually kind of got into it a little bit, but
No, because he doesn't actually own the game. It was just through my account, so he just kind of tried it out. But he said he really
uh,
liked it.
hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I'm excited to play through that after we finish Fallout. After I
Yeah.
finish Fallout.
Are you just doing a what kind of playthrough are you doing on Fallout?
I'm doing a 100% run. I
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
much every game I play, I do 100%. But yeah, like right now,
Dude,
I'm just contributing to that playthrough.
yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm hoping once we get into the summer and everything, and people have time, because like, oh my God, school is just so much worse than work. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, that I feel like simply with the fact that you have to like actually prep and like do shit outside of school, or like work, you obviously don't. That
I
like
just
it
like
just
that
makes
I
it.
like, get paid motivates me.
Also, getting paid, yes. And the other big thing is just like the fact that when you take stuff home, you really don't have to take work home ever. And like the
Yes.
only time you do is if you're literally like top of the chain or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, dude, my teammate in this fucking tournament sucked. He just was on a horse and ran around the entire time and just let me get triple teamed with just a spear. And like, oh my, the spear shield combo is so ass. It's just not good. Like, I don't get why anyone, like, if you have a sword and shield, you can pretty much kill any amount of people just because it's literally just block and then hit when you see an opening and everything. And like the spear, just because of the length and everything, sucks ass, and I just hate it.
That's funny.
But half the tournaments uses a spear, so like, fuck. You guys doing anything this weekend for Alex's birthday?
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, yes, we just not specific, you know.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I guess
Honestly,
your birthday's exactly a week from today, so.
yeah, honestly, I mean, you guys should just go like to like the nitty gritty, just because he can drink for free that night.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Or
remember
something.
we did from Morgan's.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. I never
Gotcha.
went there for mine, obviously.
Yeah. Well, like I think were you the one that was with me? Oh no, I went out. I went with a
Nice.
buddy, freshman year, who was touring the campus and everything that year. But like even though I couldn't even drink freshman year, but I got fucking. I just they're like, oh, you still get a free drink. So I just looked at the most expensive thing, which was like milkshakes, and I had like three of them
I
because they were
remember we
like,
went one time freshman year.
okay, that's what I see. I thought we did, but I was like, I didn't go there on my birthday, but we didn't go
Hmm.
there on my birthday, but yeah, I did remember we went at some point just because like, hey, you want to just go?
Well, we
But
went to like pick up your car or something, and I was bored, and I like walked with you, and then we're like, hey, nitty gritty's right
that's
there.
right. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I'm trying to think. I
good. I
think
don't I don't really like the burgers there, but it's
really.
just it's just fun. Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
burgers
I
are
mean,
good.
I think it is a little bit more of a novelty thing slash getting drunk on a birthday or something. I think is more of what it is
Yeah, I want to try
than.
some beers on tap. I should go to Vintage.
Yeah, well, that was my hope was, I'd try and get up there or something next week or, the weekend after my birthday, but because of, what's it called? Just because of finals and everything, I'll
It's the
probably have to wait,
weekend
but
after your birthday. That's not finals though.
it's the next week is finals. Because, like, I'd be there
Well,
then, so,
your
like,
birthday's
that's
the
more,
18th, right? So that's next Sunday.
yeah, so then that following, I'd get there Wednesday, leave Sunday.
So the
That,
21st, like 3 days after your birthday.
yeah, it'd be 21st or 22nd, which is, or yeah, that's when I'd get there and I'd leave on, like, I don't know, whenever it'd be like the
26, right?
26th
Monday. Yeah.
or something, which is yeah, that it would be the Sunday. So or 25th.
So
Um
that's not finals. Finals starts
it's
May 2nd.
final starts that next week, but like Massimo was like I wouldn't do anything.
2 weeks out? That's
And
insane.
Morgan said he probably wouldn't do anything either. So I was like, okay, and I guess maybe partly just they said that because they're also there for the summer, I think.
Yeah.
Although actually, I don't know if Morgan is, but I know Massimo
Morgan
will be.
is.
Okay, see that. Okay, that's what I thought. So maybe that's more of what they're just like, we'll just come after then, which I could do probably if we just wanted to like wait until finals and then we could just go out that like the day after finals and everything.
Yeah, you could come
Um,
up for like graduation or something.
yeah, we could do that. Or yeah, that might. When is that?
The
Did I
commencement
say?
ceremony is May 8th.
Okay,
My
yeah.
last final was the 6th. So I think actually the 6th must be the last day to possibly have a final, because I doubt they'd have just commencement, the day before.
Yeah, and
or
like
the
I
day
think
after.
my finals are that same week.
A lot of folks at their work.
But I could definitely try and I depending on when they get done, like I might not have, I think I have 2 classes that won't even technically have finals that final week, but I have them before, and everything. So like yeah, if I'm done early, I could always try and come up before starting work, when everyone kind of is done, and then yeah, we could go out for commencement
I'm sorry,
and
but
stuff
10
like
cans
that.
is all I can commit to right now. It was selling like crazy for a while there, but there's been talk about people getting sick.
People get sick all the time. That has nothing to do with my product. Besides, I mean, I'm only selling the meat you people bring me. If there's something wrong with it, it's your own damn fault.
Oh, so now it's my fault? Forget it, the deal's off. You want to sell your product to the people out there? Then you can get out there and do it your damn self.
What? Hey, come on. Fine, leave.
Hey, there's something
You'll
you
be
need?
back.
Got some stuff for sale. Care to have a look?
Oh, I just need to get my party a little
Let me
bit
see what
bigger
I've
so I
got.
can actually attack villages. I'm like just too small to be able to attack villages. So like I just need a little bit more recruiting in to get them a little more leveled up, which just means chasing around looters.
Looking
Just
to trade?
Sure.
What's it
Let me
called?
show you what
Grunt
I've got.
work.
Yeah, pretty much. Just beginning game shit. I did just realize, because like so typically, because you like can ride a horse all the time and everything, and it like makes your
Mhm.
party faster and that stuff. So I like normally almost always do that, and I was looking through some of the skill things, and I was like, why am I always slow as fuck too? And it's because that is all what's it called? That is all athletics, which is like just doing stuff on foot, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But so now I'm just running around everywhere, which makes me a little slower, but like just making myself faster. Yeah, I think it's like strength and speed and like jumping, I think is basically all that does. Capture the prisoner.
Bitch. Oh, sorry you had to see that. Just some trade negotiations. Distributors. Always trying to talk their way into a bigger cut of the profit. I'm Theodore Collins, and I bet you work up quite an app.
What was that about people getting...
Look.
Really?
A few people.
Really?
We buy...
What do you mean, contaminated?
They might have...
Yeah?
But, look, except on the...
Yeah?
We've got a...
Yeah? So I can have a look around.
Boy. Well... Are you interested?
So I can have a look around.
Yeah.
I might be able to take...
Really?
Oh?
I'll even...
Really? Excuse me.
Ah, you're back.
How long have you been playing your Fallout run?
Dude, I've been playing this since like freshman year. I
Oh,
paused
really?
it to play Skyrim with the group, so like I essentially stopped Fallout and then 100%ed Skyrim, and now I'm back to it.
Gotcha.
Sure.
A great price.
So when you say you 100% Skyrim, what do you mean by that? Like, did all the
so
quests? I'm assuming no.
No, I have done all the quests, discovered all the locations, got all the achievements.
Jesus. Okay, so you did legitimately.
Yeah, I did everything there is to do in that game.
Yeah. How many hours was that?
That took like 170 or something, 175 hours.
Okay, yeah, because I saw someone on Reddit a while. It was like a couple of years ago, but they posted like, oh, just 100% in Reddit, put X amount of days or whatever, and all that stuff.
Could that have been me? Because I did post it on Reddit.
No, I don't think so, because it was a chick.
So
I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't. What did you post it on?
Just the Skyrim subreddit.
Then I mean, honestly, it could have been. I don't remember if. I mean, I have seen multiple of those just have been on the subreddit and everything. So that's actually funny that maybe I have seen. Well, actually, What's your Reddit name?
I can just find a post.
That also works.
Cause yeah, my Reddit name's just Goofy Soccer, but it'll probably be easier for me to find a post since I only have like 3 of them. But yeah, I essentially. Oh yeah, another thing I got in the game in Skyrim is, it was 166 hours. But another thing I got in Skyrim is I got all the skills to 100, and I got all the perks. That's what I meant. I got all the perks, so I was level 252.
Gotcha. Let's see. Work with me, computer. Yeah, that was not not the post that I was thinking of. The one I saw, it was like a picture of like their living room
Welcome to have a look.
and everything. Like, oh, just it was like whatever. Took a picture of the TV and everything, and their legs were in it, and it looked like they were pretty
Oh yeah,
clearly.
I definitely would never do that.
I've witnessed some unspeakable
The thing
things
is, like,
in my day, but this may
For
take
me,
my
a lot
cake.
of people say they 100% of the game, but they just consider that getting all the achievements. Like, I actually 100%. I do all the quests, I discover all the locations, and I get all the perks. I've done
Yeah.
that for every game. I've done that for Fallout 3, did that for Fallout New Vegas, did that for Skyrim. It's just kind of...
Hey, boss,
Someone said
better
this is
hold
beautiful.
my
So
line.
so very beautiful. Oh my God, I want to cry of happiness. My heart is soaring, and now I know this is possible. Thank you for teaching us the way. Oh my God, now I have a new goal in life. XD XD.
XD. Cringe.
Hello there.
What the fuck? For some reason, my Reddit's just not working.
It doesn't
Or
like...
at least on my phone, it's just like shitting itself. It's just not wanting me to find you.
Huh.
Mhm.
Chain
Oh,
on
come
the
here,
other
Olaf.
side.
Let's see what you have to say.
I think that's the only post I've ever posted on the Skyrim subreddit.
I've never made a post. I think I've made one comment ever.
I've
It's
made
just
a few comments. I used to do more when I was like 16 or something.
yeah. I always, the one subreddit that gets me pissed off and makes me want to comment more than any other one is the NFL subreddit. Just because, like, the amount of people on there that are just, like, idiots. Like, someone will
Yeah,
post
bro.
just like, oh, get rid of the entire team, like, fire Zimmer, like, Kirk Cousins fucking blows, Zimmer's not a good coach. Spielman doesn't know what he's doing. Just hit a reset, trade everybody, and, like, try and trade up for Lawrence. It's like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, you just don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't really get those people.
Yeah, or like, well, I'm actually, it's so in Clash Royale is on this like super hardcore subreddit, and I was like, I don't want to be as hardcore, so I went to a lower one or whatever. It's a Viking one, so we're talking and stuff like that, and some of the people have like said some things, and like I'm pretty active on that one, just because I'm just good at the game, so like, yeah, it's easier to be active or more vocal when you're like, I'm the best person in the clan, just by far and everything. So like it's a lot easier that we'll just like be vocal and stuff like that and like talk. And some of the people that just like said something like, okay, you're just dumb, like and stuff like that. Or, like after games, we'll talk and stuff like that and just kind of chat back and forth. Like, oh, what are your thoughts on that? Or what are your thoughts on this trade? and stuff like that. And for the most part, we're all pretty civil and just like, yeah, yeah, you know.
This place could give a mutant nightmares.
Yeah, that Viking subreddit. Oh my god, that pisses me off so much half the time.
Yeah, seriously, I get pretty annoyed. Especially the game day threads.
Oh, I know. I will do post game threads for like everything. Like I'll go onto the NFL subreddit and look at the post game just because like oftentimes the post game one, like especially on the main NFL subreddit, just turns into a bunch of memes about what
Yeah.
happens. Like that's kind of more of my tempo. But yeah, no, the during the game ones are just like
It's toxic as fuck. I hate it.
uh-huh. Yeah, not a big fan of it. Although I still repeatedly go on it, so.
I never go into game threads. My heart can't take it.
Yeah, I always say like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna look at it, and then I end up just like halfway during the game or during a commercial break, I'm like, oh, let's hop on and see it, and then it's just like, oh, we should have kept Teddy, and it's like, okay, like, oh, did you see the one it was like NFL their Instagram posted it or whatever, and it was like a thing, and it was quarterbacks in their first 100 games with like
Oh
over
yeah,
100
Kirk
touch.
and Aaron.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck is this?" And it's just like, I mean, they're literally just listing off a stat and stuff. That's just
Yeah. It's like I dislike passer rating as much as the next guy, but why would you get mad at that?
yeah. And
Just because you're good at one thing.
yeah.
Someone made a real mess of you, didn't they?
What if Aaron Rodgers quits and becomes the Jeopardy host?
Dude, that would be the funniest fucking thing ever.
I would
Especially
so
like
ruin
if he did it like Andrew Luck style, like halfway through the preseason, and it's just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Oh my god, that would be so fucking funny.
that would be hilarious.
I do think Rogers is one of the guys that will just walk away whenever he wants to. Oh my god, what the fuck? Mountain Blade is a fucked up game. One of the news things that just came by was that someone just had a baby that was stillborn.
Oh man.
Like I'm just scrolling along and see so and so won the tournament, so and so captured so and so delivered a stillborn. It's like fuck.
So, are you playing on your PC now then?
Yeah.
How's that been?
I'm right now at 175 FPS and in the middle of a battle.
That's nice.
So amazing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it actually is running that or if just that's like because I know like I just remember someone saying like some things just like max out at certain things, so I don't know if it's maxed out there or not, but all I know is
Yeah.
I probably got too nice of a monitor, but like fuck it. I'll take it.
Well, the thing is, you have to make sure to turn on VSync pretty much in any game you play.
Yeah. That's what I actually because I did that in I have it turned off in Mountain Blade but I did that in Valheim too just because I remember like that's what you said when I was playing that and everything, and motion blur you said you always turn those off pretty much.
Yes.
So pretty much when I pulled up any of the games for the first time, I looked to see if that was something I could turn off.
Motion blur, I just hate how it looks.
Yeah, I mean
feel
half the
like
time
reacts
without
way
it.
slower, too.
Yeah, half the time it. So what does VSync actually even do?
So VSync, it ties your frame rate to your monitor's refresh rate. So if it's 60 hertz, your game would be capped at 60 FPS.
Ah, okay. So actually, that would not even matter for me.
Okay, but here's the thing. It does matter. Another thing it does is if at any point in time your like FPS like goes above 144,
Yeah.
and then it drops below it, what VSync does is it prevents screen tearing and stuttering by like it averages out the frame lengths to make sure it's smooth. But what that does is it introduces input lag.
Gotcha.
So you get a smoother picture sometimes for input lag always, and I'm a big
Hmm.
uh not fan of VSync. I turn it off
Yeah.
pretty much on every.
Well, so basically, when I went to go get my monitor, I was talking to the guy, and I was like, "Look, I'm gonna be completely honest. I just got my PC, and just was like, this is what my friends said to get. Like, these are the big things you want to get with like the refresh rate, the resolution as well a little bit." And I was like,
Uh-huh.
those are the things I was just told to do. And he's like, "Okay, well, these are the two that actually have those capabilities. We have one in stock, and it is kind of a behemoth." It's 27-inch screen,
Is it the
with
Asus one?
it's a Legion one, but it's 165 refresh rate or whatever,
Interesting.
which
Yeah.
Roger didn't even realize that existed. Because I was
Oh,
like, hey,
what?
like,
They have 240 now.
yeah, I don't know, he was like, oh, I honestly thought like 144 was like the highest.
Ah, he's a dumb thought then. Yeah, it goes up to
Yes,
240 these
gotcha,
days.
but it is very nice. It is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 144 hertz is life changing. Like I could never go
Oh
back to
yeah.
60
Well,
hertz
like
after.
my other monitor that I have and everything, that's, I mean, it's old and everything, so like, I don't expect much from it. We've had it for probably like 6 or 7 years. Is 60 FPS,
Yeah.
which like I always knew it was worse than like it was even worse than my laptop. Everything like, but it's pretty comparable. But then after I got this one, it's just like holy fuck, that the new one is just so much better. It just everything looks better, and like everything runs well on my PC. Like as I said, like I'm literally just I'll play and I'm getting 170, 180 refresh rate.
Who killed
The
the
best way
lights?
I've ever heard it described is it's like the difference between wiping your butt with toilet paper and showering the crap off your ass. That's what
Interesting.
60 hertz to 144 hertz is. That's like, I think it's so true. Like 144 hertz, very smooth, life changing. Like, you just,
Yeah, no, for
whereas
sure.
Hell aroma is that?
it's so good.
Or just the toilet paper to the bidet.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Toilet paper versus bidet.
You're in for it now. All right.
Actually, I think I'm a big fan of. I've normally not been a huge fan of the like Batanian or whatever. They're like a group or like a culture or whatever. But they're actually kind of fun. All of their weapons that they use and everything are two-handed. It's like either just giant axes or giant long swords. In like the tournaments and just like the wars, everybody's runs and swinging these giant like war hammers. Which is like actually kind of fun. Although you will get what like if someone connects with you, you're dead in one swing. So it's kind of like just high risk, high reward. You can't really block them. Oh, there we go. Won the tournament. Got a bear
Congrats.
pelt. Thank you.
I'm gonna go swimming in a sewer filled with ghouls.
Ooh, very fun. So, what are the I guess like villains, so to speak, like?
I mean, there's a lot in Fallout.
Are, like are a lot of them radioactive? I feel like probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of enemies. There's like mutants. There's ghouls. There's
Bothering anybody now?
like raiders, which are other humans. There's just a ton.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I figured since it's, all about Fallout and everything, I'm assuming it's based off a nuclear Fallout, so I figured it's all
Yeah,
very
it is.
radioactive and stuff like that.
Honestly, my favorite part about Fallout is the storyline. Like, there's a lot of really cool lore.
Okay. Now, Bethesda also does that, right? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, Bethesda does it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Nice.
I personally like Fallout, the series, more like a lot more than I like Skyrim. but it's just personal preference.
Yeah, I mean, I have not played anything else besides Skyrim. I haven't played any of the other kind of Elder Scrolls games.
I would even
Uh,
just say like straight compared to Skyrim. Like I like Fallout games more.
Gotcha. Yeah. Although, do you know, or have you heard of the game like
Elden
something?
Ring.
Yeah, which is coming out.
Yeah, that's more like Dark Souls than anything else.
Yeah. No, that's what. Yeah, Roger mentioned it to me, and he said I should look into getting it because him and a couple of people he said are going to get it. But I
Are
thought
you
it
into
was.
Dark Souls?
I've played it
know you like the game or
I've done it a little bit and everything. Or I've played some of them. I think Bloodborne, because that's the first
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah, Bloodborne. Yeah,
Because I actually that was free on the PS5. So I played a little bit. That I'm like kind of interested in it and everything. But supposedly it's like based off of It's supposedly based off of Game of Thrones.
Elden Ring is.
That's what. Because I thought it was. Yeah. Let's see. My roommate looked it up because I was trying to describe it to him and I forgot what the game was exactly. And he looked it up and supposedly it's based off of some sort of Game of Thrones George R. R. Martin thingamajigger, which I don't remember unless he pulled up. Let's see.
I'm be honest, it would surprise me if that was true. It might be inspired by it, but
It could very
shocked, man.
easily. It could be that. And he just read it as it's from that. Let's see.
Because they'd have to get licensing rights and all that, and
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So Elden Ring is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Bandai Namco. The game is a collaborative effort between game director and fantasy novelist George R. R. Martin. So, okay,
Oh, it
yeah. So
is?
he is. Yeah. So it's not actually Game of Thrones, but they're using George R. R. Martin as a collaborative. He's
see.
working, helping
Hear a
them.
peep. And now I'm wondering. Now
Okay.
you got problems. Didn't even break a sweat. Your funeral.
That's kind of cheap, my dude.
Coast looks clear. What's that? Look who it is.
Oops, didn't do that.
I won't be bothering anybody now.
Yeah, when you first got your haircut, it took me by surprise a little bit just because you've had your long hair for so long.
It's not even that short, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's. I mean, I tend to get haircuts just when it starts to get like fluffy, and like it
Yeah.
just starts growing outward instead of down.
No, for sure. That's normally when I would get my haircut, but I decided I'm gonna wait until my
Got it.
birthday to cut it. And now, since that's only a week away, I'm like, fuck, I think I might want to keep it a little
Hey,
longer.
here's what I got.
Although everybody says, everyone in my family and my friends from Hayward when I was up there when we were selling the house, everybody's pretty much first impression, they would just be like, Logan, why the fuck do you look like Tim Allen from Santa? Or whatever.
Bad
That's
Santa.
supposedly I look like, yeah, I've supposedly, just because like my hair goes up and I've got the beard, supposedly I look like Tim Allen.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Which, like, honestly just makes me want to keep it even more just because, like, everyone's like, Logan, you look like fucking Tim Allen. I just, like, that's funny. Like, how many people, like, have that? Like, very few. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
It's an interesting take to be sure. I just tripped like 4 mines. I gotta pay attention, man.
Very nice.
There we go. I saw this one. I was just not expecting any mines to be up there. Oh god.
We are just eating these guys alive right now.
Yeah, I would like to see you get into Fallout. I think you'd really like it because it's really the best. To me, it's the
That's
best
it.
parts of Skyrim with more fun combat. I
Oh,
like the
okay.
setting more than Skyrim because I'm more of a fan of the post-apocalyptic stuff. I like the fact that it has guns more. Like I could never get into archery, and I like ranged more than I like melee. Like Skyrim's combat,
Yeah,
it's just like click, 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 click.
you're not
this,
wrong.
This is more aiming, which I like, and you have to actually like dodge stuff and
Yeah.
be sneaking. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely a bigger fan of the kind of just Lord of the Rings, just kind of that melee fantasy, just like I'm basically like what Mountain Blade is and everything. Although I don't hate the magic that's involved either, but like I never use magic really on playthroughs on Skyrim just because it's like one you can like get really cheese with shit, I know, and everything, and like enchant stuff to make it like ridiculous. Which just like seems like no fun to
Now
like
that you
make
know my
things so
little
like
secret,
everything's one shot. It's just kind of
I'll
like
just have
why
to
would you
kill
want to
you.
do that? But yeah, no, I think it's just such a yeah, archery, all that stuff. It's probably just from
Want
watching
you to
Lord of the
stay
Rings as
out
a
of the
kid and
basement.
everything.
Now that you know my little secret,
But
I'll just
yeah,
have to
it's
kill you.
I definitely fall
Something out
more with
there.
the kind of medieval shit than uh, the Fallout. Although
What's
a
that?
nuclear apocalypse does seem
Look who it is.
very intriguing.
Hi, marijuana. Oh man.
Lights out for you.
What happened? Trip
I just
another
turned around
mine.
and there's a
Some
robot.
freak of the devil.
Ooh, very nice.
Lights out for you. Just when I thought we were getting along.
Yeah. Dude, the escorting the merchant caravans are like the easiest fucking quests. Just because you just run along next to a caravan and just have to like protect it, and it's all money per day, and they typically you end up traveling for like 8 or 9 days at times, and you just basically do one battle a day, where you have you have overwhelming odds to win.
Want me to give that terminal?
Got it.
a look?
Perfect.
A bobblehead.
Nice.
Oh, just hit someone on my own team with a javelin.
That's That sounds.
There was 4 of my guys went to surround it. This one guy that fell off his horse, and at that point, I was like, I already aimed, and I was like, you know what, fuck it.
That's some Olympic accuracy, Logan.
Oh yeah. So the twins have been doing well.
Too many folks these days.
Been
count
doing
on
well because I
violence to
fucking
solve
choked
their
today. I was so pissed.
Oh really?
Look around to
Although
see
the
what
Cardinals, just for some reason, the Cardinals either put up 10 runs or they get 10 runs scored on them, so it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I couldn't name many of your pitchers.
Well, I mean, pretty much in rotation, we got Flaherty, who's the young guy who's like 24 or 25. And then you've got Wainwright, who came back for 1 year. You've got Martinez, who I don't even remember his first name off the top of my head. But he's like a lighter skinned black guy. And then that's pretty much it. Like, our pitching is not great right now, which is slightly concerning, obviously, but our hitting is at least good. Just with Arenaldo and Goldschmidt at our ready makes up a good pair. And Molina's old at this point, but he can still every once in a while squeeze out something. And he's just smart.
Yeah. I don't know how much you've seen, but dude, Buxton has been freaking popping off for us. He's like he's definitely he's like the MVP over Mike Trout right now.
Oh wow!
He's leading the league in OPS, slugging, batting average, on base percentage, home runs, and stolen bases. Like,
Jesus Christ, that's
he's
definitely...
like batting 500 right now with 5 homers.
Fuck. How many games have the Twins played?
8. Oh yeah, and he's the best fielder in the league.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was around 8. I am slightly disappointed that that Colton Wong left, because if we would have had him, he's not the best hitter, but he's very good. Well, he was our leadoff guy, but he's also just a very good fielder and everything.
Yeah.
He's won the Golden Glove a couple times. So like having
Arenado's,
him,
bro, the best third baseman in baseball.
Oh yeah, so if we would have been able to keep him, who's a very good second base, because he was second base, we would have been able to keep him. And then just have Goldschmidt at first. We would have had, 1, 2, and 3, just have had good defenders, and then all of them hit pretty well as well, which would have just been nice. But yeah, I normally do the Sturgeon Culture in Mountain Blade, which is like kind of like the northern one and everything, just because it's kind of fun, and everything. But I was looking through some of the others. I was like, I'll mix it up, and I realized one of them, the one I ended up picking, they get like a 20% more XP to troops from battle, and so I was like, wait, why do I not just do that one? Like 20, they all have different perks and everything, obviously, just like Skyrim. But like 20% more XP to your troops and everything in battles, like, is ridiculously good. It seems.
Yeah. I could see myself getting into Mountain Blade.
Yeah. It would. The one thing I want to do, because I know quite a few people that obviously Massimo has it, Alec has it, and then I know a couple of people in Hayward that
I have it.
Oh, you have it as well? Okay.
I might have all of them but the new one, but...
Yeah. Well, because I knew it was... I thought I saw it on your wish list. But it's one of those games that I've definitely been, like... Because, like, there's a lot of online stuff for it that I haven't done yet, especially because I didn't want to do it with my laptop, just because it wasn't great. But, like...
But
yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, no, like, it'd be fun to, like, get into some online stuff. It's like Alex said he'd probably be down to do once we kind of get out of school and everything like that and have more time. But ooh, let me buy all that beer.
There's beer in that game?
Yeah, there's beer and wine. Which, like, it technically just counts as regular food. But like it'd be really funny if like you could drink it, and then like your just like your motor skills or something like that just went like awful or something. You just like couldn't walk as well or something.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Although, yeah, that is the one thing I think that would be kind of interesting is if, depending on what you ate, actually, like, it does morale stuff, the amount of, or what food you have and everything. But it'd be kind of cool if there was, like, physical things, like in Skyrim, how, like, if you drink wine, you get certain,
Hmm.
like, you get health, but maybe your stamina takes longer to recharge or something like that. Get back here, you piece of shit.
You are really pissing me off! Take him out!
Okay, this is just not... I'm chasing a group of looters that we had the same exact speed, so they were just like slightly ahead of me the entire time, but I was just like hoping to somehow overcatch them, and it just did not work.
You are seriously fucked! You
Too
know
much speed.
3 fast, 5 me.
Precisely.
I'll be doing the world a service. Got me good. Just when I thought we were getting along.
Ooh, I leveled up. Let's go. I maxed out my agility now. Let's go.
Very nice.
4, 4, 5. So only if I spend 13 levels, I can max out all my stats. But yeah, man, I just love playing this game so damn much.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten much more into solo player games
Same.
and stuff like that recently. Pretty much, I mean, I would probably say since like freshman year. And partly there haven't been a ton of great multiplayer games I think that have come out. The Call of Duties haven't been good, and stuff like that. So part of it I think is also just that of it's just like there's nothing really to play. But I am very excited for the sports games and everything because EA is partnering with Tiger Woods to make something. Or no, 2K is. They're doing a Tiger Woods golf, and then EA actually just now got the rights for the Masters for like 10 years to put that in the game. So they're now coming out with a game, Road to the Masters, which will be kind of like you can play as pros, but also create a person, and so like the online for that is fun. That me and Johnny play that. And then we'll play that together. But then NCAA, we're looking forward to that to play against each other, and because
Man,
most
that's gotta
likely,
come out on PC.
yeah, I think it will, but like I'll definitely get it for my PS5. But most likely they'll have like an online stuff that you can kind of like both take over different colleges is what we're hoping for. So then our plan is to go just take over 2 bum colleges and try and turn them into like winning programs and all that stuff.
I can never do that. I always just play with my team.
I mean, definitely when I was younger and played before, I definitely was always either Connecticut or Wisconsin because those were the 2 teams I root for, compared to anyone else. But I think it would be kind of fun, and part of the problem too is since we're both Badger fans,
Yeah.
then I guess unless someone had a big secondary school that they like, that is equal in terms of recruitment and all of that stuff. Because like if someone picked Alabama, they're just
I like Miami,
yeah, Miami's a cool one.
Oregon.
Yeah, but so we're basically just like me and Johnny are just kind of hoping
Baylor.
for some better multiplayer games and stuff to be able to kind of play with or against each other. They're by the end of April they're gonna announce the rest of or like a bunch of stuff with the next Battlefield game, which is supposed to kind of be like that's what they haven't really said. They said they want to do like 128 player matches,
Hmm.
which will be interesting. Um, But yeah, that's like all they said. It's like, oh yeah, 128 player matches and full destructibility in the cities or the maps. Like everything can be destroyed. Where like previously, they kind of like things can be destroyed, but it's still a set like thing of like they had maps where like a big tower would fall, but the tower actually falls a certain way every time.
Yeah.
Where now they're like, oh, we want to make that so it doesn't fall a certain time every time.
Yeah, it
So
sounds
like
cool.
yeah, like that's actually the case, and like I'm super hyped for that. I think that'll be fun, but it's obviously just wait and see. Um,
Well, I remember when they first announced like that buildings could fall. I'm like, why would anyone play COD?
I yeah,
That was the coolest thing ever.
I think it is that's like after since Battlefield 1, the World War One game,
What?
like I thought that was just so much fucking fun and cool and stuff that like I was like I am not playing COD again and everything. Although they just haven't released a good Battlefield game since then. Because
Same.
Battlefield 5 was it just like wasn't as good as the other one or as Battlefield 1, and it was World War 2, so it was like pretty much the exact same, just World War 2 instead of 1, and it just wasn't as good. So it's like, why even play that one, really?
Right.
Uh, but yeah, supposedly their plan is like to do like the Cold War, and it's like in I think it's like Kazakhstan or something like that is where it's going to be based out of. So like, it should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I have like 2,000 hours in CS:GO, but I played that so heavily, and now I'm just definitely more into single player games.
Yeah. Although, I mean, some of those team games like Valorant and everything have always been kind of in like, I mean, Overwatch 2, like any of those games where it's like kind of team based and everything that like kind of not even that they have to have characters, but kind of like the small team tactical stuff too. I think has always been interesting if like you have a group of people
Just when I
that you
thought
can
we were getting
actually
along.
play with.
Yeah.
And stuff like the new Star Wars Squadron game and everything is similar to that, where it's like teams of 5 and
Looks
everything, and
like
you
we
can
can
do like
catch a
ranked
breather in
competitive and stuff
here.
like that. And it's very just like you have to be strategic and like if you're talking and have mics with each other and are in a party, like it's so much easier to win and everything. That if
Yeah.
not, you're like just kind of fucked. But sadly, nobody fucking wants to do that or play it because they're just like, eh. I'm like, yeah, fuck you two guys.
I've just lost interest in esport games in general. Like, I no longer get the same adrenaline rush I used to just because the amount of I played esports. So now I need single player games. I need like something to immerse me and engage me.
That is definitely a fair thing. And like that's more of what I've been feeling and everything, with pretty much just the exception of Star Wars games, really. Like besides that though, most other games I'm just kind of like, eh. Like
Yeah.
Call of Duty doesn't interest me. I'm slightly curious to see what's gonna happen with Battlefield, but besides that, there aren't a lot of single player or multiplayer games that I'm really like, oh, let's go, I want to play this.
Mm. But in other things, so with the sports games, like obviously I love FIFA the most, but I also think 2K can be fun and
Yeah.
Madden can be fun, but just hasn't been good recently. But I really wish that they would release NHL because I love the NHL games. I wish they'd release Chell on PC.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they don't have them on there for some reason.
And they don't have MLB The Show on PC. So those are like really the only two. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But then I looked it up online, and apparently, so the next version of Chell is going to be the first one they're like specifically designing for PS5 because the current one they just kind of ported over and made some touch-ups.
Yeah.
But also, the next Chell is going to be the first one with Frostbite engine, which is the one that FIFA and Madden use.
Yeah.
So I think it actually Chell 22 might be on PC just because if they're moving the Frostbite engine, it's probably they can port it over because Madden's already ported on Frostbite and
Yeah.
FIFA's already ported on Frostbite.
That would actually be pretty cool and nice.
But then MLB The Show, it's so sad because in the newest game, 21, they introduced a feature called Stadium Designer where you literally can build your own stadium from scratch, and that sounds like my dream come true since I was like a kid. I love designing baseball parks.
That I did not know that. That actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds freaking awesome, but it's not on PC, and unlike Chell, which is coming to Frostbite engine, I don't think that they're ever gonna have it on PC. The only hope I have is that MLB The Show used to be PlayStation exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because it's owned by Sony, until the MLB ruled to Sony Interactive, the people that make MLB The Show, that they had to release it on Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. Like, the MLB said that. So I'm hoping they just do the same thing for PC. Like, I'm praying for it.
Interesting. I am kind of excited for 2K's football game next year. That's supposed to come out as well.
That'll be interesting.
Because it's supposedly a non what's it called?
It's not like based on the NFL.
It's non-simulation, and so it's not going to be like Madden. It's going to be more like NFL Street or something along those lines. Which like I'm kind of excited for because like if they just had modern NFL Street, like I know that they thought about doing it when like Newton pretty much in like 2015 2016 they thought about tossing that in there just because like Newton kind of almost like perfectly describes the NFL Street kind of. It's kind of like Michael Vick did for the first NFL Street. So like they thought about it, but never ended up doing it. But like that would have been so nice and so much fun.
Yeah, I mean it's that sort of thing. Like
my favorite part by far was just the fact that you could actually do a team build and like you create a new franchise or quote unquote new franchise or new team and stuff. And like I think that's one of the coolest things, just to like actually customize an entire team.
I just really want like so FIFA, Chell, Madden, 2K, like NBA 2K, and MLB The Show. I just want them all to come out on PC in the same year, and then NCAA football and the 2K football. Like if all 7 of those are on PC in the same year, I'm buying all 7 of those games.
Yeah, and then you just never have to get them again, really.
Exactly, like
yeah.
It sounds like that's my, perfect world, but
yeah, no, that would be nice for sure, but I don't know, for some reason I have a feeling that just like won't
they just
happen.
hate on PC, even though PC is so much better. Like you can plug in a controller and play on PC at any time, so it's the same at controller, but you also are gonna get more FPS because it's not locked to 60 FPS. And like you can mod it if you want mods, you can add it to the game, which you can't with consoles. Like I love PC.
Yeah, that is the one thing I've not gotten into yet, but I would be kind of interested to try and do a little bit of modding, just because like that's something I've never actually gotten into or done, like with Skyrim or anything like that. That like it'd be kind of fun. Well, I guess technically I did because what's it called? We were gonna do a Skyrim playthrough, like online playthrough, or whatever that Alex set up on my laptop. That we were just kind of playing through it at night and downloading a bunch of mods and everything to make it run better. And like some of them seem really fun and cool to do. That like it'd be modding does seem like kind of some fun.
But just like especially with the PC versions, like you can just always get updated rosters through the community instead of having to buy the new game every single year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. That would be nice.
I know it's too much to ask for from 2K. and EA. I'm aware. It's too good to be true.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
God, I fucking almost just not, more I've been using Javelin, the more it's pissing me off. It's just not accurate. Well, maybe I should just move to like fucking throwing knives or something.
You know what? Since we talked,
Don't want to do that quest. Fuck
Let's
you.
see what kind of clothes you got for sale.
See, like obviously in Mountain Blade, they kind of like wait to kind of have factions declare war on each other a little bit, just like until kind of a certain set time. I mean, I feel like they do that with like a lot of games, that they just like will wait to actually kind of have everything go, like kind of like how Civ waits to have barbarians
Yeah.
and everything for a couple days. That like I'm waiting for everybody to like start fighting, and then just kind of slip in as like an independent and kind of take over some land
What have you got to trade today?
and take some castles. Oh fuck! I didn't want that as the prize.
They didn't tell me much. Vault Tech.
I think I just have to get this game. It's called it's just called a Mountain Blade. Like, I think I just have to get that.
Easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten.
Let's see what you have.
A little bit of everything.
Oh, it is 17 grand, and I do not have that fucking money. God damn. Let's go. Another tournament to join. It's like the easiest way to level up early in the game is just go from city to city. Because if you win, the prize is basically a grand of some sort of weapon or piece of armor. Oh, I already have that, but and you can make bets on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the physics they've actually put into this game are actually, pretty solid. Initially they were kind of shit and nothing would really happen, but now like if you just whack someone two-handed wise, they might actually they'll just like fall down. Everything was just momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I got will keep you safe.
Uh-huh. Let's see what you have.
Feel free.
I may sell just about everything, but none of it is scrap.
I'll take a look, sure.
Just don't call it junk. The hub of trade for all Diamond City right here.
Hey, Takahashi. Yes.
So Crocker killed
Hey, Solomon.
Got cameras
You
right
figured that
here
out?
for you, brother.
You trying to make us look
Let's see
bad?
what you've got.
Check it out.
Oh fuck! What's the weather been up there? Has it been pretty nice out?
Flank, rib,
55 and
or steak. We're all
cloudy.
good, so,
Like
Oof.
the same
Make up
weather
your
for like a
mind.
week.
Let's
That's
see what
ass.
you've got.
It's
No.
been pretty nice here. Monday I got sunburnt as fuck.
Jesus.
Because it was 80 and sunny, and I didn't really I have class at the end of the day, so my aunt was like, "Hey Logan, you're welcome to
Whatever
come
you're gonna
swim if
ask,
you
I
want
don't know
to."
anything
So I
about
just went and swam for like 4 hours, and
Wow, must be nice.
ended up getting very burnt because I was like, "Oh, I won't be outside for super
Goody.
long," so I was like,
Thank
"Oh, I
you.
just don't need to put sunscreen on."
Sure.
And I was like,
Let's
"Oh,
take
I'll
a
only be
look.
out there for like an hour or
Uh-huh.
something," and then yeah, I ended up being out there like all day and just got fucking burnt as fuck, which not fun. Oh my god, I just killed that guy in one. Fucking hit someone with a fucking battle axe, and the dude went just flying into a fucking. Basically, like a little wall.
Jeez, you didn't have to go so hard on the man.
Yeah, I know. Kind of popping off. Yeah, that's what I should have fucking done. Should have done the Lord. I guess I can always change my name. I should have done the Lord of the Rings playthrough. And just basically follow the Lord of the Rings path and become like Gondor or something like that.
Huh.
Oh, did not realize I had prisoners. Fuck, what was I just about to do? Oh, tavern, sell people.
Unless you want to crawl across the Commonwealth, you should dump some
Yeah.
stuff you're carrying.
Hey, Carla.
Back again? Time to do business.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what I got.
may be constantly trying to kill us, but the Commonwealth never lacks for excitement.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm
Well,
feeling
let's go.
sweaty. Look at the two of us here in sanctuary, prepared for the
Oh, that dick. I was good. It was going to be my 25 soldiers against like 50 looters who are just like really shit, obviously, in terms of just like overall skill and stuff like that. And like I was still favored to win just because my troops are all leveled up. But now it's fucking another faction of like 115 people just ran up and are fighting now too, which means I won't get any experience or loot from it.
Damn, bro.
Might as well just start fucking killing them. Oh, I can actually hit them. Just throwing knives at the fucking guys that joined me.
So like, what stops you from burning out in that game? Like there's no obviously like you can't win that game, right? No, but...
I mean, not really. I guess like people say just like controlling everything. I guess is kind of like, I mean, it's almost just like people say like a domination in Civ.
Okay.
And stuff like that is what a lot of people say. Like I completed the game is if you just take over the entire fucking map.
So is that what you go for then? That's I feel like what I would go for.
Yeah, that's more of what I've gone for. Although the previous ones I've been a lot more just like, oh, let's just kind of build up my own thing and everything, and like I haven't worried about the whole map. But this one I'm kind of going for more of an aggressive and kind of expansive. Is kind of my goal. And everything compared to previous ones like where like I'll be like worried about trade and stuff like that, and this one I'm just kind of like fuck trade. I'm going to try and take over the world and just expand and just be brutal. And like part of it too is like you can kind of you get different traits, like you can
I
become
need some supplies.
and everything, like you can, I'm trying to think of what game, almost kind of like the Infamous games, how like you can kind of have like negative or positive qualities and everything, and like be a hero or a dick. You can kind of do that as well in Mountain Blade, where depending on, you can either get good or positive relationships with people and or just traits, or you can be bad or have negative ones with people, and kind of what you do, or like, you know, you can execute nobles
Let's
and
see what
stuff
you've
like
got.
that, and generals, which, you know, nobody likes when you do that, so then that, you know, decreases your shit. Or you could let people go and then people like you, all that fun stuff.
Gotcha.
Can't believe Kessler keeps this town together. Between the caravan bosses and the raiders. Yeesh.
Let's check out the clan.
Chance of surviving. Dangerous world out there.
Four
Good thing too.
companions.
Could use some supplies, actually.
I got.
Uh-huh.
I fixed up most of what's here myself.
Let's see what you have.
Everything is sold as is.
I run 3 caravans. That
Hell of a load you're carrying. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
Hey, Cleo.
Every weapon you see here could be the difference.
Right. Let's see what you've got.
Is this castle weak enough to take? Nope. Why are there 4? For some reason this castle, it's like in the middle of nowhere, really. And typically irrelevant. I suppose I just need to give it time because it always ends up being nobody's there to defend it. There's like 500 people there right now. And I will not be attempting to take that with 25. But yeah, there's always like a couple factions that just start to get really weak. And then you always just gotta hop on those ones and go in and steal some land while everybody else just beats up on them. they just got those dicks. I was hoping to go fucking talk to someone and get some information out of them, and all of a sudden an army of 500 people just rolled up and just demolished the person. So that's can't get any information out of
Looking for
him.
a job.
Yeah, I hear some grows.
Uh-huh. Solomon.
Hey, man. Got a lot of chems here if you need something to help you relax.
Let's see what you've got.
Chems.
Hey, no shame in taking the occasional chem. Solomon can hook you up.
Don't talk to me. Might attract someone's attention.
Ooh, those are some fancy looking boots.
The wall's looking as green as the day she was built. We offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
Actually, I need some supplies.
Yeah?
I wanted so much more
Vadim.
from my life than
Thank
this.
you for finding Earl's killer.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Good.
What? I'm busy.
I do so I got 2K21 just because 20 was just getting bored
No,
for me
not now.
and everything, and like the same story and everything. And 21 is just so much better than fucking than 20.
Is
Like
that
the
the one we
player,
played when you were over 20?
yeah. So like what you do basically is for the story and everything is you start out and you're like a really good football player and like
Uh-huh.
but your dad was like an amazing basketball player and was like really good in the tournament but could never end up going pro. But so like everybody knows who you are and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up basketball. And you start as a
I'll take a
1-star
look, sure.
recruit and then, you know, depending on how well you do, you know, you become a better recruit and there's like a set list of colleges you can go to and everything. You know, the higher recruit you are, the more colleges want you, all that fun stuff, which I like. And then you can and then you get the choice though if you want to go to college or the G League, and there's pros and cons of that. And then after a year you can decide if you want to stay in college or if you want to go pro after a year or two, and stuff like that. And so there's kind of more choices that you can pick from, and I feel like make it a little bit more of a, I don't know, like individual thing. And the nice thing too is when you build like a character, which I always wanted before, that like you can kind of pick, because like in games currently or like 20, you could never like you can't really make a Giannis if you want to, where now you actually can, basically, because what you can end up doing is like physical attributes or something you can spend on now instead. Now it does like it will take away, because basically what your whole thing is, you can get to a 95 overall and your physical attributes account for part of that 95. Now they're less than like shooting or like 3-point, like they're less of a percentage of attributes, or like, you know, or like five vertical will raise your overall less than 5 free throws or something like that. However, like it's actually something that you can pick and choose. So like if you want to make yourself a really good athlete with, you know, an insane vertical and stuff like that, you can actually choose what part of that you want to put in, which like I like much better than previous where
Yeah.
you couldn't at all and everything.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
so like yeah, it's actually kind of entertaining that you can make like I basically just made Shaq and everything. Like I'm 7'3", 290, and just like I put strength out of the
can't
gym, vertical. Actually, surprisingly, the other thing so that's right now I can't shoot. But the other cool thing about it too is like in the previous ones as well, when you pick like if you're a center, then you've got no option to shoot. Where now my 3-point by the end I can get to 81 if I want.
That's really nice.
And everything that like physical attributes will make a difference, or like your body or like the length of your arms and everything will, which makes sense in like how it normally does. If you've got longer arms, you're typically a little worse at shooting and stuff like that. Often like kind of like some of those like basic things, or like if you weigh more, your vertical will max out at less, or you can put less into vertical, which like makes sense. That like your physical attributes do affect them, but it doesn't overall set a limit. Like if you're a center, you couldn't shoot a 3. Where now I can be a 7'3" center, and I'm choosing to put my points into 3-point that I could shoot 3s then if I wanted to. But yeah, I just like overall a lot better, just like how to build your character. Everything, and the story's been interesting so far. It's like this kid from Brooklyn who's been playing is just like a better recruit, and basically you just like get shit on by everybody, like the media and all this stuff. Like nobody really ever believes it. But like the one weird thing is the team you get drafted by takes him first and then you second and stuff. But like so I said like I'd want to go to the Timberwolves, which maybe was a mistake as being a center because obviously Karl Anthony Towns would get less minutes. But they then took Anthony Edwards in the draft. They got me, and they got my rival, or like my like old high school buddy / rival. So like they got all 3 of those.
Stacked draft class.
Yeah, and so like the guy also plays the same position as you. So they got 2 centers on top of having Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. Like it is a bit of a stacked draft class, and I don't know how they ended up with those picks.
Hey, Vadim.
But you know, we'll never know, because that is.
I'll take a look. Sure.
I think then I don't know what pick Anthony Edwards was technically. Like I think they just automatically went to the teams they got drafted by, and everything. But yeah, technically the Timberwolves got Anthony Edwards and me and this other guy, who were both picked. We were picked 1 and 2 out of the draft. So like Anthony Edwards was technically not that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's Oh, that was just a horse with nobody on it.
Don't worry. I only test.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Purchase.
Right.
Mr. Valentine! Mr. Valentine!
Hi there.
So I forgot, how close did you say you were to finishing?
Let's see what you've got.
Your playthrough?
I'd say probably 70% done.
Okay.
If you look at by hours, I'm like almost 100 hours into this playthrough, and Skyrim took 166, so you know, somewhere around there as a target date.
Okay, now is that partly because you know this one better, that maybe you're a little bit ahead, or
no?
Or...
I don't know. It's probably gonna be roughly the same.
Okay.
I knew both the games probably pretty equally before I played. I had
really?
The same amount of hours, yeah.
What Fallout do you know the best, or have played the most?
Fallout 3, I know the best.
Okay, is that the Vegas one?
No, Fallout New Vegas is the Vegas one.
Okay, so it's okay.
I played that one a little bit less, but I like it more. It's my favorite game of all time.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. God, this caravan's slow as balls.
Need a roof over your head?
Hey.
Got every liquor from the Commonwealth here.
Uh-huh. Let's see what you've got.
Make it snap.
Busy here?
I can't believe Kessler keeps this town together. Between the caravan bosses and the raiders. Yeesh.
Too many miles on the
Have you watched any of the movies that came out on HBO the past like 3 weeks?
No, I don't have HBO.
Oh, okay. Because it was like Kong versus Godzilla. Space Jam comes out in like a week or two, and then
Is it really?
the Justice League cut. No, it's April now. I thought, unless it's another movie that comes out in April, but I swore that was the one that was coming out then.
No, you're probably right. I haven't seen enough on it.
I can't believe I gave you the tour for
Probably put the gun away. I think we're safe here.
I'm feeling real good about myself in this game. I was fucking so I'm doing like a caravan escort and got attacked by a bunch of raiders on horses, and we were able to draw them into a part in the cliffs, and they got super close and like came over the hill and just ran into rocks, and we just swarmed them and just murdered them immediately.
Tactical.
Exactly. The big brain. Yeah, I do actually like the troop control and everything that you have. It's just much more entertaining, I think, and fun.
Ooh, I got a new settler in my settlement.
Very nice. So you can actually have settlements in that game?
Yeah, there's like Minecraft building in this. It's very fun.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, absolutely. I gotta hire this guy. Bald guy with a beard, and his name is Themestios the Boar.
That sounds like an
Let's
absolute.
see. Soldier by trade, served in the Empire Legions for 20 years. Oh, that means he's old as fuck.
Hello, brand new settler.
Hey,
How are
I just
you?
wanted to introduce myself. I heard your radio beacon, so I figured, why not? I wanted to personally thank you for giving us this opportunity. I'm ready to help with whatever you need. Just say the word.
Did you need?
If there's anything you can do.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
I'd
hiring
like
this
to trade
guy.
some items.
He's a fucking badass who, like, just his fucking team just or his fucking legion just abandoned him, and he's just fucking sitting in a bar now, just drunk off his ass.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
The one thing I did like about Warband better than Bannerlord was the fact that in Warband it was weekly. Everything was like the payments and everything, where this is daily, which is I feel like you just need to be so much more on top of it because of that.
I gotta decide how late I'm staying up tonight. Because I literally
Yeah.
just don't have anything tomorrow except I work whenever.
I
Class
see.
at 2:30. I mean, I'd love to just make a ton of progress in this game.
So, you ready to get this show?
Yeah, I got raiding this bandit camp, then I plan on hopping off. 'Cause I got shit to do tomorrow.
Wow.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm
Actually
Ooh.
doing stuff.
Let's see what kind of clothes you got for sale.
I know. Ooh. The only negative thing I've found with the throwing knives is they're in stacks of 3, which would be nice if they were in
What have you got to trade today?
more. Like the other ones, some of them are like stacks of 8.
Mm-hmm.
But they do a good amount of damage and everything, which I was slightly concerned about. But oh, that hurt right there. Got a javelin to the fucking shoulder.
This is a flesh wound.
Exactly. The fun thing too is there's just a fucking javelin now sticking out of my shoulder.
Yeah, it's cool that you can see that sort of thing.
Yeah, I got just a blood stain and a fucking javelin just sitting in my right shoulder right now while I'm still raiding a camp. Just like
It's funny in this game. At my settlement, I built a water farm and I like oversized the crap out of it so like it generates way more water than I need to. But so I get like, I have like every time I come home. So like roughly, every in-game day, I get like 200 purified water that's just put in my like supply line, and I have
nice.
nothing to do with it but to like sell it. But it's literally worth so much money. At one point I had like 5,000 stored up. It's worth so much money that like the vendors in this game just don't have enough money to like buy all of it off you. They run out of money, so I have to spend like 20 minutes just selling water every once in a while to get my supply down. Like now it's down to I still have 2,700 left, but I went down from 5,000.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, like it earns a ton of money, but geez Louise, does it take a lot of time. It's boring too.
What weapons does this guy have? Fuck that. He's got a giant two-handed broadsword. I'm not looking. Oh, he died immediately. It was like I can either do a duel or I can just do like my 10 guys attack his 3 and stuff. But they always like offer you a duel, and like at times it's kind of fun to take the duel. But I saw this guy just had a battle axe strapped to his back, and I was like, I don't have a shield on me right now, so maybe I don't want to catch those hands. But hit him once in the head, and he just immediately died. Although I do get to execute him now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll let this guy off the hook.
They are who we thought they were. And we let him off the hook.
Fuck, what is that from?
It's Denny Green.
Yeah, the Cardinals about the Bears. Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, fuck, I know that. That also reminded me of the bowler who's like, who do you think you are? I am.
Oh yeah, Pete Weber.
Yeah. Did not know that was the guy.
I am.
What a dumb thing to say, but like,
what an amazing thing to say. Do you know the backstory of that?
I do not.
There's like an 8-year-old that was heckling him all day, and so he said that to the like 8-year-old. That was shit
that does make it much better.
And if you listen to the whole thing, it just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you know, that's like the best part about it is it's just like, what is he trying to say?
Number 5, you never thought. Who do you think you are? I am. It's like so good, bro.
Yeah, no, big fan of the guy overall, though.
He just recently retired.
Yeah, there's actually, I think it was ESPN or SportsCenter posted something today, because there was a kid, an 18-year-old, who was the 4th ever person to get a 7-10 split.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought
And like,
they were way more common.
yeah, I thought they would have been too, but the announcers were so fucking funny. It's like, oh my god, they were screaming at the top of their lungs like it was like the greatest thing ever, and I was just like,
It was really funny.
It was just so funny to see like everybody freak out and the announcers and everything. Like they freaked out almost as much as like the Minneapolis Miracle. It's just like really funny to me.
Oh yeah, 4th one ever. I mean, I'm shocked. I thought they were way more common.
I mean, it is incredibly impressive. Yeah, and as you said, the 4th one ever to be like recorded or like on the tour or whatever you want to call it. But oh, the Japanese guy won. What's it called?
The Masters.
Yeah, the Masters, which I didn't realize. I'm surprised. He's the first Japanese player to win a major. Like I would have thought that like at this
Like
point,
any major at all?
any of the majors. This is the first Japanese person to win. They said, which like seems kind of ridiculous. Like I would have just assumed that at one point one would have won, but I mean I guess the past 20 years has pretty much all just been Tiger. So like, there's that. I like Tiger and Spieth and some of those guys, but
Man, Tiger's one was amazing.
I mean Tiger is the reason I'm into golf.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to. I'm getting some golf clubs this most likely for my birthday. I grew out of my old
clutch.
set and really been wanting to go golfing.
That's clutch.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Just cause I used to do a good chunk of golfing and everything with friends, but I haven't really done that in a while since I really grew out of my old clubs, and I've just like really been wanting to get out and golf. I think I've just gotten much more into golf recently than like ever before. So like, yeah, just really looking to get out there.
Yeah, Brandon's really into golf.
Yeah, because I was playing PGA when we were there on the couch together and everything. We were kind of discussing shots and stuff like that, and just talking about golf.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, it's just like part of it. Like part of me just wants to get good at it, just because like it is something that you can do for just so long. For so long, you can do it.
Yeah.
That like, my grandpa still golfs and all that stuff, and I should be able to use him or my uncle's membership card. So like, I don't even think I'll have to pay and everything, which like also makes it really nice. And they both have their own separate cards. So like, it's kind of weird actually. The golf course, like you buy a cart, and you can just like keep a cart there in like a storage garage thing that they have. So like they both have carts. So I don't even like. Although I mean, if I golf by myself, I'll just walk just because it's a little more exercise. But if I go out with people, my cousins golf a little bit. I've got a second cousin who she golfs a little bit. But like we're like, hey, let's just golf. So like if I go with them, then I'll take the cart out and everything, or we can take the carts. But if I ever go by myself, it's just a nice little exercise thing to walk around. But have you ever heard about Mark Wahlberg's story about golfing?
No.
So he golfs like a lot, but his golf is he will literally run the court. Like,
That
basically,
sounds awesome.
there's an interview that he was supposed to have, and at the golf course, and a lady showed up and was like, "Oh, you know, when can I expect him or whatever?" And the guy's like, "Oh, he just went out and everything." And she's like, "Oh, so I'll just leave and come back another time." And the guy's like, "No, he's gonna be in like 45 minutes of 18." And he literally would just sprint. He'd hit a shot and just grab his bag and sprint to the ball, and then just hit it. And like I just think that'd be so funny to like look out the fucking window and just see Mark Wahlberg just like sprinting around.
That's like something I would do. That's the golf I could get into.
Yeah, like I wouldn't sprint, but like that's why I want to walk, or like not take a cart if I'm not with people, just because it's like you're walking so much that you probably if you did 18, you probably walk a mile or two or something. That like it's just movement. Well, I do need to get some golf pants and some stuff, just because like khakis just blow with golf, just because like you sweat right through them. I feel like.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see if this heavy vest is better than what I've got. No. Tournament. See, join. What's the prize? Tell me it's a good prize. Ooh, armored bearskin.
Yeah, like right now I'm not even playing Fallout. I'm just like building. I'm literally just like building my settlement. So.
But it like you are playing actual Fallout though.
Yeah, like I'm in Fallout. I'm not just like I'm not exploring. I'm not like shooting anything. I'm just like
Gotcha.
building.
What kind of building stuff can you do on that?
Like literally anything. There's even like wiring in Redstone equivalent.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but like right now, I guess I'm just building like shelves in my house.
Very nice. Shelves.
Yeah. And the flooring here is not great. stairs, yes.
My guy just looks like a goofball. I gave him some like weird ass white face paint, and I've just got a broadsword and then like 9 knives, or 9 throwing knives. Oh my god, I've actually never listened to the throwing knife sound, but it's such a fun noise when you throw it. It's just like it's just like, it sounds like wind. Maybe like actually threw something.
Does sound satisfying.
Oh.
Most folks that run with me don't live out the day. I'm impressed.
Okay, that castle definitely will be gone. Or taken. Oh, come on. I just need the people to all leave. So it's a very small garrison in this castle that was just taken. So I'm just sitting right next to it, waiting for everybody to leave, and then I'll try and take it. Oh, that's so dumb. What? They just let me in? So I have to commit a hostile action first.
Good to keep going? I don't sleep or eat or anything like that. But if you need to, you do it.
Okay, how does it take this long to fucking build a siege camp? Jesus Christ.
Gals pack a wallop. On the upside, good to keep going? I don't sleep or eat or anything.
Let's
Like
do
that.
this.
But if you need to.
Took so long, a fucking party of 80 came up.
Jeez.
I got 35 people in my party, so this might not go well. Although the one nice thing I have going for my fucking group is the game is basically impossible if you want to play aggressive to have balanced or even damage taken against you. Like basically, if you actually want to play and be somewhat aggressive, you basically have to do it like 2/3. Me and Mouse were talking about this in Alex. So like to actually do it, you gotta fucking change it so much for yourself because like your troops die way too much
Mm-hmm.
half the time. But
You do it.
fuck it, we're going in, guys.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load.
Last
Or
time we
what's
talked,
going on?
Only thing better than
Oh, that hurt.
getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right?
Oh, that hurt so bad. We were doing well in making ground, and then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, I just got 5 arrows to the face and just got murdered. So that really hurts.
Hey.
Go ahead. You all right? You need something?
I think it's about...
Your call.
Hi, how are you?
Last time we talked, I hope I didn't bore you to death by dumping my life story on you.
Life story?
You don't
Really?
I even gave you that card.
Oh?
Sounds like
Hey.
really appreciate as we anyway.
We'll all...
Don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
None of your business.
Hey there.
Ready to head back out?
Ready.
Good.
Sure. Hey.
Have any goodies for me?
Would you like me to go with you?
That was a rough loss.
find anything good on him.
When is the draft next week or 2 weeks?
2 weeks. It's the last week of April. It stretches to May.
Gotcha. Isn't it normally before that?
Yeah, it is usually earlier.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen because the more and more things I see, I've seen a lot of things regarding like 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round, or in like the top like 5, or within like pretty much all the top 10 picks, which like makes me very excited. Like I don't know, people think that one of the O-linemen, Slater, or most of them had Slater dropping a little bit more. That's like, you know what, if the Vikings moved up like 4 spots maybe or something, got to like 9 or 10, they might be able to fucking get him.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't trade up for him.
Really? You don't think so? Just stick with probably Tucker?
I like Elijah Vera Tucker quite a bit, and I like Darisaw, and I don't think it's worth trading up.
That is fair. I think I mean, if whatever the heck the other one, Sewell, if he drops,
yeah, it's worth trading up.
Yeah, it's just because like there is someone, I forgot what mock draft, but it was basically just like, oh, you know, maybe Slater, because of demographics, goes to a certain team or something like that. So I was like, I don't really agree with, but like, hey, you know what? If that happened, would not be opposed of that. Oh, nope. Almost just quit the tournament when I was about to win it. Would have been bad.
That would have been bad.
I think I have to almost just go north and try and, or just go south, because basically a lot of the areas up north are kind of weak and everything. That I think I almost have to try and build and like get a bunch of money and stuff like that down south, and then expand, because like part of the problem that I have with the other one is like I put all of my money in trading and everything up north. The problem with that is then I am not able to, I can't attack anywhere up north because everywhere I've got money in them. Where I think if I just went down south and built an army down there and just attacked north, then I could attack all of the northern areas without actually having to worry about it.